Welcome back to Yo Hear Me Out podcast. I think that we kind of had a little, it's restarted now, I think. So let me just welcome you guys all back to the episode. This is episode number 20. I'm your host, Avery, here with my co-host, Leland. Yo, and we're excited, man. We're excited, yo. We were talking about it. Go ahead, Leland, go ahead.
Yeah, man, episode 20. The first 10, we did a special episode for first 10. This one's even, this is crazy. Like the next 10 just went by even faster, it seems like.
For
sure. And so, we got 100 plus subscribers now.
Shout out.
So shout out to everybody that's new. Shout out to everybody that's just tuning in. We appreciate you guys. Definitely keep coming back, like, subscribe. We're gonna keep this thing going, man. We have a lot of fun doing this. If you don't know, me and Avery are cousins, cousins. We grew up together. And this is just a little bit of conversation that we have all the time. Like whenever we have a conversation, it's about stuff like this: sports, movies, debates. I mean, bruh, since we were kids, man, playing PlayStation, Super Nintendo, all that. I mean, like we got history about us debating, going back and forth. Definitely. And so we was like, hey, let's do this.
Yeah, man, it's been some good debates. I know even I went to like a lunch this weekend with some friends, and I was giving them different would you rather questions. I told a couple people subscribe to the podcast, and then we were talking about different questions we asked. I was like, okay, yeah, we talked about this question before. Which ones did I told them? I told them, oh, like, would you rather look strong and be weak, or be weak and look strong? About the terrible internet versus stuck in traffic. Would you rather have terrible internet, stuck in traffic? One gotta go: electricity, roads, running water.
And don't forget about we had a couple good ones in there. Don't forget about the one where would you rather have to feel like you had to pee all the time or wear a diaper?
That was a funny one. That was a funny one. I think we got that in the clip, so you guys can go back and watch it. I don't know, remember what episode number it is off the top of the head, but if you look on YouTube, we have that clip. I think a video of that, and so it's been some good ones, man. So we're just happy to have you guys here with us on the journey. Happy to have you guys, and we're gonna get into it. We got something special today, like I said. Special edition, the Spider-Man movie. I'm hyped to talk about it, but we're gonna get into it.
We're gonna get into it, but as we always do, like we said, episode 10, we did all would you rathers, but this episode we got to start it off right with a would you rathers. Babe, what you got for us this week?
So the first would you rather question is: look 10 years older from the neck up or from the neck down?
Just appearance, right? That's what it says.
Appearance.
I feel like this gonna be.
Dang.
I think it's gonna be easy, bro.
Which one you taking, man? Which one are you gonna take for it?
I think off the rip, man, you gotta say I'd rather look 10 years older from the neck down, bro.
From the neck down, you saying?
Yeah, man. A 10-year-old, I mean, bro, first of all, I'm 30, 32, I'll be 42. I mean, what a 42-year-old body look like than a 32-year-old body? Like, how much different does it look? Now, in the face, that could be a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely.
I don't know.
Yeah, if it's just look, it's actually comparable. What if it's look and feel? Because if it's look, I think I'm agree with you that just take the look 10 years down because it's gonna look possibly the same or very, very similar.
What if we took it a step further, and what if we were just like it is like, because what I'm saying is like because then you're talking about your physical health, your joints, you know what I'm saying, your muscles, organs.
True.
You know what I'm saying, versus like your mind and your face and appearance, your skin.
True.
I feel like that's a little tougher. I think that's a little tougher if it's just appearance. That's like, you know what I'm saying? You can, most people are covered up. Like, they nobody gonna really see your body. And how many times have you seen somebody and be like, oh, I can't see their face, but by their body, they look 45?
Nah, you can't really tell from the body unless you're really, really up close on the skin, maybe. If you're like, you gotta be really, really close, like kind of in an intimate setting to see those types of things.
Real intimate setting, like. Maybe. Yeah,
so we agree with that. We both choose that because it ain't gonna be terrible to look 10 years older from the neck down. Now, if you're saying feel or actually are, I think I'm gonna take the neck up. I'm gonna take the older face and brain. I would take the older face and brain as opposed to the older everything else. Personally, I think I would take that one just because, man, my knees and stuff already be hurting now, so I can only imagine in 10 years. God,
40. That's tough, man. But older mind in the face.
But I feel like I still got a little youthful look a little bit. If I look 10 years, listen, you know that comedian Desi Banks? How old you think he is, man?
I don't know, bro. Late 30s.
No, my boy like 30 on the nose. Listen, we're gonna talk about NBA too, but yeah, he young, bro. That's what I'm saying. People look old and be younger all the time. Bam Adebayo, you know how old Bam is, son?
Yeah, Bam is young though.
He like 25. My boy look 42 in the face, son. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I would take that, man. I would just, I think I got a little room to grow. You know what I'm saying? I'm 29 now. So if I look 39, it may not be too crazy. And even so, I'm gonna still look possibly, hopefully. I ain't gonna look too much older. That's what I'm trying to say. People
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
I think the appearance is not that bad, man. In 10 years is not that big of a gap. Like, don't get me wrong, it's noticeable. Like if I said 10 years younger,
oh yeah,
that's
that's a big
crazy.
jump now. 10 years younger. Yeah,
No,
I'm looking
yeah,
back
if
at
you look
pictures
10
of
years
young.
younger in their face, like that's gonna be a big jump. But like at this age, that 10 years not gonna really do that much.
So you would take the older from the neck up then, to older from the neck up if it's both, like you're feeling it and you actually are it, like it's actually changing, like your brain.
Yeah, man, I probably had to do the neck up too, man. Like because
Yeah.
that's your body is too important, man. Your organs, your muscles, your joints. Like I said, I ruptured my Achilles when I was 28. Like that. I ain't trying to go no closer
Yeah.
to that. You know what I'm saying? Like no
Mhm.
closer to none of that, bro.
And we see people that's still sharp in the mind. Well, heck, you see people sharp physically and mentally actually later on, but you can be sharp mentally still 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s,
Yeah,
even. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You can
It's
still
fact.
be all there. So just give me the fast forward me 10 years. As you see now, I don't got too much. I don't know if they're showing up on the camera. I don't think I got too much wrinkles, so I got a little bit to grow. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
can take the 10 years in the face, man. I'll take that one.
for sure. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm with you on this, man. I think we agree.
Mhm.
What say you, babe?
I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna have to take. I want to look young in the face, in my
I would,
neck area. I
you know,
have
you
to
know,
do
I was going
it.
to say this. I was going to say this, man, because I think the gender matters, man. Here, you know what I'm saying. I just feel like it does. Like, you know what I'm saying. Like in
Mhm.
general, like
I
an
can see that.
older looking guy just is like okay. You know what I'm
I get
saying?
you. I get you. I get you. No, I definitely think that's a factor here, man. Yeah, like I said, if I'm looking 10 years older, for guys, you kind of just look like a little more distinguished, maybe. I don't know, look a little distinguished. I'm
Yeah,
about to graduate soon, so I'll take that, man. I'll take
a
that looking a little older for me.
couple of extra grades.
Yeah.
I rock with it. I rock with it.
Actually, hold on now. I'm thinking about it's gonna be a lot of extra grays for me. I already got a lot of gray hairs up here. She's 10 years in the future. I might be all gray. Tomorrow, go get my
Hey
whole
man, you
head
know what I'm
gray.
saying?
I'll be
That's all
looking like
good.
Katino Mobley. You
You
know
know
what I'm
what I'm saying?
saying?
We balled out here, so I ain't
True.
got to worry. I'm not even worried about that. I mean, at most, I'm just getting a little bit of salt and pepper.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We'll rock with that. We'll rock with
I get
that.
you.
And we'll just hope it's not too bad, man. Hope it's not a rough 10 years, man. That's what I said. If they be like, you look a rough 10 years, like that.
True.
That's a little something different, but
True.
we'll see, man. We'll see. I don't know. Is Kalada in here? Yes or no? Just somebody tell me. Get her perspective.
Yeah.
Okay. Where you at, sis? What you talking about?
Definitely from the neck down, I would want to look 10 years older. I don't want to.
Not in the face. You
Not
saying?
not in the face. Just like Ashley, I would want my young face as long as possible.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense, man. I can see. I mean, it's really close. Like, it's really close. It's really close. Especially like I said, if you take the look out of it and you actually talk about the actual like, is this real? Like your just like your face is your neck up is like actually just 10 years older, aged differently than your body. Yeah, you don't want them problems, man. I can see that. I can see that. But cool. So we tied up 2-2. I'm interested to see like in the comments, let me know what y'all think. I'm and if you don't mind sharing, just because I'm curious, let me know female, male, and your decision. Like, what did you decide? Because I almost want to say that 90% of men are going to choose one and 90% of women are going to probably choose the other.
It's possible. It's possible.
I'm curious. So like, if I'm wrong, let me know in the chat. Cool. Tied 2-2. All right, what's next, babe? What's the next would you rather we got?
All right. So the next one is: would you rather never be able to tell the truth, but people trust you, or never be able to lie, but people distrust everything you say?
Never be able to tell the
This
truth,
seems easy.
Mhm.
or never be able to lie, but people
This
distrust.
seems easy to me, bro. I don't know. So what you
Yeah,
think?
it might be, man. I think so. I think so.
Like what are we talking about, man? Like,
Actually, hold on. Which one are you thinking? Which one are you about to think? Never mind.
nah,
These
you
both
say,
kind of.
go ahead and say it. I know which one I'm gonna pick. It
I
ain't
guess I'm
no
choosing the first one. Never be able to tell the truth. People trust you only because if no one trusts anything I say, what's even a point? Even if
What's
I'm
the
keeping it
point?
honest, what's the
That's
point?
what I'm saying.
If I say any single thing and they go like, "Nah, he full of it," like no matter what, it's
No
like,
matter
bro,
what, like I'm telling the truth. My conscience is clear, like, bro.
yeah, I'm
Like I'm be too frustrated for that.
It is gonna be frustrating. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be real frustrating. So if I'm never able to tell the truth, I might tell I'm just gonna make sure I use my words very carefully, and people don't ask me straight up, and I can try to like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not, try to maneuver out. But yeah, if I'm just saying stuff and people just trust it automatically, bro, what's the point? Saying I feel like you're not gonna have no, because you talk about like lying and stuff. You're not gonna have no friends. It's gonna be hard at your job. It's gonna be hard like in all aspects of your life. If no matter what, people you know what I'm saying? You'll have a clear conscience, I guess, but you're gonna be frustrated, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, like what, like, bro, everything you say, I'm
Mhm.
telling the truth, I promise, and nobody believes you. Come on,
Mhm.
I'd rather lie because just saying you could make a white lie or something very minute, but everybody trusts you. Like, all right, cool. Like, hey, I ordered 5 of them, but you really ordered 4. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what? That's not really good.
That's a way to stretch it too. Just the amount every time you just go up a little bit, say. With
Yeah, like
$102, it's really 101. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's the
that's
clever
what
way.
I said. Like, or you just undershoot it all the time. Like, oh, I got extra. Like, oh, cool. I believed you anyway. Like, either way, bro. Either way,
yeah.
I gotta go with the one because I just like that's just gonna be too frustrating to operate through life.
Too frustrating. I agree.
Cool. Well, I think what you think. I think I don't know. I ain't gonna say one way or the other, but what say you, babe? What say you, sis? What y'all got? What y'all think?
So for me, I think I'll ultimately have to go with what y'all said. I think I'll use Avery's strategy, talk around the question when somebody asks you something, try to finesse it a little bit because like you said, you just don't want to be the untrustworthy person in the room.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of what you tell them, because I mean, at the core of it, that's norm. That's anyway. Like you really, people are trusting. They believe in what you say, regardless. And if you're telling me right now they ain't gonna believe what I say, then what's the point?
True.
I might as well tell a lie.
I'm with you.
All right. Well, I guess I'm in the same place, but it really would depend on if I would be getting caught. If I'm not getting caught, like I'm not gonna care at this point. I'm not gonna like try to finesse it. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, that's what it is, and keep going because I naturally can't. I can't help it because I can never tell the truth.
That's crazy. I mean, that's a crazy thing to say. Like you can never tell the
truth. Never tell the truth.
Like anything you say has to be a lie.
Well, you can always plead the fifth. You don't have to get in trouble. You can always plead the fifth. You don't have to say anything.
But you cannot say nothing for everything.
Oh yeah, you can. I mean, you might still go to jail for something, but you can plead the fifth and never say anything. Absolutely.
Hey, Avery, what you do today, bro?
Plead the fifth, son.
That's what I'm saying.
If I'm lying, but she talked about getting in trouble. If I'm not getting in trouble, I can say, "Well, you don't know what I did today." Son.
No, I mean when I said I'm not saying getting in trouble. I'm saying getting caught. So if you said what you do today, and then you said I went to the basketball courts, and you didn't go to the basketball courts, does it matter?
Oh, you be like, oh, my bad. It must be earlier this week. Dang, the days.
I mean, you can definitely get caught. Crazy. It says people trust you, so that means they're not checking behind you. But there are some situations where they're gonna be like, oh, it's not.
But you could always mix up days too. Like, here's what I'm saying: if I went to play basketball on Monday and I did something else on Sunday, and I just flipped the days, and then someone said, "I thought you said you was here this day." Like, oh snap! I must have got my days mixed up, yo. That's crazy. I thought it was I went to the course.
That's a lie too. That's the crazy part about it. Telling them you got your days mixed up. It's also a lie.
That was genius, Avery. That was genius.
That's it, yo. That was, man, my memory bad. So I don't even remember what I had for breakfast this morning. Honestly, how many times do you hear people say that? All the time, people say that.
And you lying right out your mouth, say that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's cool. Hey, look, yeah. I mean, this seemed like a smooth one for me, man. Like I gotta. You need people to trust you, bro, because that's just come on, man. That's what I'm saying. You gotta prove to everybody else. You telling the truth, but everything you say, somebody's gotta check up on you, or that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Ain't not gonna be any fun in any games.
Nah. If you gotta always lie, I mean, never be able to lie. But either way, only a few games really using lying. Really, only a few games really using
poker fade, poker.
You don't gotta lie to play poker. You don't gotta say nothing. Mad people don't talk. You don't gotta say a word to play poker, son.
But somebody, I mean, you don't have to, but people would talk to you now.
For sure.
You got a good hand over there.
We'll see. It's easy. What are you talking about? You don't gotta lie for that answer, bro. You don't gotta lie. We'll see.
He's just omitting the truth, son. Like
for sure. So I'm saying really the only game that's lying is Mafia. Outside of that, you can still play Monopoly. You can still play
BS. You can't play BS. You can, but you ain't gonna be good at it.
Nah, BS ain't all that either way. Personally, man.
Come on, son. That's a classic.
BS ain't all that, son. That's
mad classic, bro.
It's a classic when I ain't know no better. So now I know like 3 games off the top of my head better that like I could just bust out the regular cards with. I'd rather play spades. I'd rather play tunk. I'd rather even play speed with cards than BS personally. You know what
crazy. No, not speed, bro. 2 people?
2 people, man. I'm just saying that's other stuff. Uno's way better. I'm not BS can go. If I never play BS again, I'll be fine. I'm telling you, I'll be fine. I wouldn't even miss it either. What about that game we played too? What is it? What is it? Capitalism? That's smoking BS, son. That's 3 times as good as BS. Just play people with that. It's lit, son.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. Mm-hmm. It's smooth. All right, man. What's next? Right. So we had to do it, man. We gotta tell the oh yeah, capitalism, man. It was a good one. It was a good one for sure. But yeah. All right, what's next, babe? What do we got for us?
All right. So the next thing is One Gotta Go. And in the spirit of our next topic, which is the new Spider-Man movie that came out last week. Spider-Man across the the multiverse. What is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Across the Spider-Verse. Yep.
Spider-Verse. There you go.
Yeah.
So this is the topic. All of the lead Spider-Mans, which one has to go? First one, we have Tobey Maguire. The second one is Andrew Garfield. The third one is Tom Holland. And the most recent movie, Shameik Moore. Which one has to go for y'all?
All right, listen. Let me tell you, it's going to be the one that gotta stay. Shameik Moore. Shout out to that brother. I don't really know him like that, but this movie, the animated joints, the animated Spider-Man joints, they gotta stay, son. They gotta stay.
Gotta go. Whoa, hold on. We got a comment. We need the person in the comment to preface. Are you saying Tobey Maguire has to go? L. Greaves?
So they might be saying, man, what about you, bro? As we wait for the response, go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. Carlotta, you in there? Tobey can't go.
Okay.
The people who have to stay, I think Tobey has to stay.
Disagree. No, Shameik's the number one. Got to stay. Are you kidding, bro? We about to talk about these movies. The 2 movies.
Yeah. You're right.
Okay, then. So if anything, he got to stay.
No. Which one's the best? That's not the question.
Which one gotta stay? He gotta stay.
Bruh, that's your childhood, son. That's
go. This is my present, son.
Bro. We wouldn't even have these other movies without Tobey, bro. Come on, man. Tell me.
Said Tobey and my Kunta Kinte voice. Tobey can go, son. That's what they saying. Listen, for me, I'm leaning Andrew Garfield can go. The Amazing Spider-Man.
No, he's out of there. This is an easy one for me, bro. Who that guy? Who is he? Like, who cares?
Listen, he can go, man. I think he can. I feel like his movies was kind of the weakest.
Easily the weakest.
But, well, actually, all 3 of them shined in that last one, Spider-Man No Way Home. I think they all 3 shined. And it Tom Holland, Tobey, and Andrew Garfield.
Tobey, bro. Come on, Tobey, man. Come on, bro. Tobey, bro.
They killed it. So,
Tobey,
listen, Tobey is classic for sure. Grew up
on
classic,
that. Bro, the Green Goblin, bro. Come on, man. All them movies. Stop playing with me, L. Greaves.
Listen,
Garfield got to go. That's what I'm saying. Actually, in the comments too, man. Garfield got to go, bro. I didn't even know his name until you just said it right now. So that's
Andrew Garfield. I mean, he's played in some other stuff I've seen too. He was in Hacksaw Ridge, and he's had some other roles. So as an actor, I'm saying Shameik Moore. I don't know what else he's done at all. You know what I'm saying? Even I was looking him up before because the movie was fire, which we're about to get into. But I was like, I don't even know this brother at all. But this just one role he did, son. That gotta stay. This one role, these two movies. Oof. I gotta stay.
It's fire. They did a good job. They did a good job for sure.
Okay.
So that's it.
Breeze also said whose childhood passed that whole trilogy. That's crazy. That's true. That's the whole trilogy. That's
man, L. Greaves, you got man. We might have to get you on the stage, but we got to talk about this because I don't know too many people like that. Those old Spider-Man Tobey movies, like for our age range, like for me, you, and probably the next, like that was Spider-Man, like. For sure, you know how people always go about like, who's Batman. It all depends on like what year, what age you are, who's the true Batman in all the movies. But like, bro, Tobey is Spider-Man, bro. Like he's Spider-Man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he just is, bro. Like there's no way that's our childhood. He was like the first Spider-Man movie. Like when is his first Spider-Man movie?
Yeah, it's
like,
the first live action, I think, Spider-Man movie. They have, of course, cartoons and stuff like that. So to me, that was the first movie to me where I actually like the superhero movies. Even though I'm a big Batman fan now, I remember watching the Batman movies from the 90s or the Spider-Man movies probably from the 80s. Them just was kind of weak, to be honest with you, man. I remember them just was weak, man. But the Spider-Man, when it first came out, I was like,
bro, that joint was top notch.
This is nice, boy. Especially the CGI. Now, going to it now, if you watch Spider-Man, the first one, going now, he definitely like a little cartoon flying across the screen. It looked very cartoonish now.
His body don't look natural, so like
at all. It's for sure a cartoon flying on them flying scenes and stuff like that. But he still, it was one of the first first superhero movies to me, where I was like, oh, I'm really feeling this joint. So to me, that's kind of what. Well, I guess I was always into superhero movies or not superhero movies, but cartoons and stuff was always fire to me. Justice League, animated series, X-Men, all that stuff. I was already into that. But as far as live action, that was the one where really like
that took it over the top, bro. I mean, probably paid the way for Iron Man.
Absolutely. Everything else.
Way for like, bro, like people really watched that movie. I mean, bro, it had what, 3 of them?
3 of them. Yeah, 3 wasn't that great though. 3, but 1 and 2 was fire though.
1 and 2 was fire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
1 and 2 was fire for sure.
So that's gotta stay. It gotta stay, man, because he paved the way for all these Spider-Man movies. Like I don't like these last couple probably wouldn't even been if people really didn't get
said it back in the day
early.
That's fair, man. I think also for me, man, even showing some love to Tom Holland. I remember when Spider-Man Homecoming came out, Spider-Man Far From Home. I was like, yo, these junts is pretty good. It was also crazy because like the Amazing Spider-Man had just came out a few years prior. Like, they already running it back.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When he came, I liked Tom Holland as a character. I've seen him in interviews. He seemed like a real cool, funny guy. So I really like Tom Holland as Spider-Man as well. A lot.
I feel like Tom Holland is Spider-Man, like how he originally was created, right? Like, like the youthful, witty. Like, like Tobey was a little older than Spider-Man was probably supposed to be, but we was cool with it because that was our first Spider-Man.
It's all we had, but in retrospect, I can see how, because to me, even it's only the nostalgic factor, because low-key, even his movies, Far From Home and No Way Home, and even Homecoming, those 3, they get the first 3 out of here too. It could be because of the writing is better, the budget is better.
Yeah, I mean, it's newer too, bro. Like it's harder. Yeah. It's hard to compare old. Like, man, we talking about what, 10 years difference, 15 years difference. It's hard to compare technologies, budgets. I mean, even Marvel, like the amount of money Marvel made from the Avengers and stuff like that, and the type of money they had to put behind movies,
for sure,
is not even comparable compared to like when that first Spider-Man movie came out. So
for sure,
it's hard to really compare them, but for sure.
But let me tell you one thing too, man. Or maybe he kind of changed. I remember in the first movie, they had this scene. I always have this thing with the superhero movies, and I've actually talked to a friend about it, where like, if the superheroes don't look the part to me, we kind of talked about this with Zuri and Black Panther a little bit. When she became the Black Panther, it's like, he's just too little, man. He don't look superhero-y. Now, the other women that were fighters, they looked Lupita. I was like, okay, if she would have turned it, that's fine. So to me, with Tobey as well, at least in the second and third movies, He should have bulked. In retrospect, he should have bulked up, son. He should have bulked up to play Spider. I remember the first week because he had that scene where he took off his glasses. I don't know if they cut him up CGI or why. I was like, okay, that's fine.
No. He didn't. I remember that he actually had to get in shape for that.
The first movie, I don't know what was he still in shape in the second two? I don't think so. Remember, I think it was Spider-Man 3 when he was eating that chocolate cake from the neighbor and stuff. This man looked like we talking about looking weak and being strong. That was Spider-Man. That was Tobey Maguire thing.
Hey, but that's what I'm saying. Like, no, but first of all,
yeah.
But Spider-Man in his original form was not like super. He was a kid.
He was more athletic than that, though. That's what I'm saying. Even Tom Holland got more muscles than Toby. That's what. And Tom is a small guy. That's another thing too.
Yeah, bro.
They don't have to face Tom.
You ain't gonna flame
up 3-4 years and Spider-Man left. Then he gonna be like, all right, man, you 27, still looking like that, son. Yo.
Yeah, nah, come on, son. Green said Garfield is number 2, though. Come on, son. Nah, put the looking eye emojis away, son. That is not it.
I don't want Garfield 2.
Nah,
listen, bro. Garfield. He looked the part a little more than Toby too. That's what I'm saying. At least physically, he looks the part more. He looks the part more for sure, man.
Y'all are killing me on this, but y'all don't know. Y'all don't know how Spider-Man's supposed to look. Like he wasn't supposed to be strong looking. He was a kid
at all,
bro. Like originally. He was
grew the muscle in this scene, bro. In the scene, when he gets bit by the spider, he grows muscle and gets strong. Hence the scene in the first movie where he takes off his glasses. I think he even has a little 6-pack in that joint. So I said the first movie he actually looked like, okay, at least that one scene. You know what I'm saying? At least that one scene. I don't know what happened after that. But he's supposed to grow muscles. He ain't supposed to be like Mr. Fantastic and super thin out here. Nah, Spider-Man got some muscles, bro. For sure he do.
Y'all flaming my man Toby up, man. I ain't going for it, bro. It's too nostalgic, man. I ain't going for the slander for my man Toby, bro. That's the true fair. Spider-Man, son. Everybody else is just like, yeah, I get it. So that's cool, bro. That's cool. Like, everybody got their list. You know, Carlotta's coming in here. She said number 1 cartoon. That's funny.
That's true.
So I'm talking about Miles Morales.
Number
2, Tom. Number 3, Toby. I could go with that. I mean, listen, you know, we'll as we segue into the major conversation, I will tell you this, right? Disclaimer for everybody out there. I am not the biggest superhero movie fan any longer. Okay. Like I think I've exhausted, you know, between all the X-Men and all the Spider-Mans and all the Hulks and all the Avengers and all the bro, I just seen superhero movies done. They feel so washed out to me. So there's a certain level of like Tom Holland that's like he probably would be higher for me, but because he came in a time where my exhaustion of superhero movies was at its peak, he's number 3 for me.
I get you. Well, behind which 2?
Toby is number 1.
Number 1.
He's Spider-Man. Like literally, he's Spider-Man to me.
I get you.
I see Tobey Maguire. Anything else? I'm an instantly think Spider-Man. Yes or no?
For sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? You see, like, there's some people, Christian Bale, you see him, it's Batman, you know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter. Like, they did their job so well that you attribute them to that character for the rest of their life. Like
Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter, for sure.
Yeah, you know bro, it's Harry Potter. You know what I'm saying?
Once you play an iconic role, that's real. You get that thing. And that's why. Now, here's the thing.
Carlton from Fresh Prince, bro. Like,
Carlton, yeah. We have a popular role that goes on for a long time too. You definitely start getting associated with that. There's gonna be kids that's gonna look at Robert Downey Jr. just think of him as Iron Man too, even though he's playing a lot of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. What if 10 years from now they come out with this fire high CGI Iron Man movie? You're gonna be like, nah, that's the one. Now you're gonna be like, nah, bro, hell. So Iron Man is this person, Robert Downey Jr. That's who it is. So that's kind of how I feel. It goes 1, give me Toby. 2, give me Miles Morales, Shamik Moore. Then you give me Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield. He not in there, bro.
He's not in there, but those movies in retrospect, son, they not as bad. Because like I said, compared to Spider, they get a really bad rap, and they even played into it. In the last Spider-Man movie, the Spider-Man No Way Home, they played into it like, oh, my movies aren't that good. You know, it had a little bad rap. But even still, with it even being not that bad, you don't usually get 2 runs at it. You know what I'm saying? It can't be that bad to get a second crack at it. Because like the guy that played
bro. Yes, again, that's the problem. That's the problem because that's the superhero movie. They
seen them with other stuff,
regurgitating these joints, bro. They're getting money. It's a money
I've
grab.
seen them with other stuff get people out here quicker, man. Like the guy who played the first Hulk, I'm trying to remember, not the Hulk from back in like the 80s or so, not that guy.
But our year,
there was a guy that played one Hulk movie, then they got him up out of here by the next joint. So they came out with the second Hulk, and it wasn't him. So my thing is, he wasn't terrible, but the other thing, like you talk about, is the other movies were so good. Like the original Spider-Man was so iconic. This Tom Holland one are just so good, and now it's like, man, if
it's hard because it's not even fair, really, for Andrew Garfield, because the Tom Holland one is like canon. It's like the Marvel universe that's currently happening right now.
That's the other thing too. He wasn't in a Marvel, so bro, I think that's probably the key too, because when them just came out with Garfield, if I remember correctly, sorry for those, the Marvel heads. I think those were also through Sony though. That's the other thing too, and not necessarily through Marvel, because his storylines doesn't really tie in. Now Marvel has kind of bought the Spider-Man rights back. But I think when those came out, that's why his storyline didn't overlap with anybody else in those joints.
Yeah, they didn't have any.
They didn't have the rights to it, so that makes sense too. So he didn't have a Marvel budget behind him.
Avengers and stuff like that. Tom Holland's been like, he's had more screen time. He's more of a staple character in that universe. So if you're a fan of that universe, it's hard to be like, oh yeah, give me Andrew Garfield. Come on, son. That's
but
crazy.
Listen, let's go ahead. We agree that Garfield out of here, but let's get into it, man. I had a similar sentiment as you. Talking about Marvel fatigue, as they call it, getting into the Marvel movies. And so the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse movie came out. The first one, did you see the first one? I think came out 2018. Did you see that one?
Yes. And I will say this. Me and Ashley will both agree.
Okay.
I was not checking for that movie. The first one.
Not checking for it, meaning what?
Like when it came out, I was good on it. I was like, oh, a Spider-Man animated movie, I'm super pass.
Sure.
Pass. But it was the overarching sentiment from social media and people that I knew that was like, yo, no, you gotta watch it. It's really good. It's really good. And I was like, okay, I'll begrudgingly watch it. Watched it, pleasantly surprised.
That's it. Oh, pleasantly surprised. That's it for the first one.
I mean, I like, bro, that first of all, it was 5 years ago. So I don't remember me and Ashley, before we watched it yesterday, we actually had to watch a recap to remember what actually happened in the story, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember it. It was good." All I remember is
it was
being very pleasantly surprised at how good it was, because I wasn't checking for it at all.
That's true.
And likewise, this movie was kind of the same. I was just like, the second one, but I remembered what the other one was good. Everybody saying it's good. Rotten Tomatoes ratings, all this good. Let me go check it out. Very pleasantly surprised, bro.
That's it. Very pleasantly surprised.
Bro, what you want?
I'm here for a hot take. Listen, hear me out. This is the best Marvel movie of all time. I'm here to say it. 10 out of 10. This joint was huge, my boy. I'm here for it, son. People told me that this was better than the last joint, which to me, I gave it probably like a 9 out of 10, the last joint. People said it was better than No Way Home, which to me, I really love. That's a strong 9 out of 10 for me. This is middle factor. People was like, it's better than them joints. I was like, no way. Then as when I watched it, I was like, oh, nah, it's better. It's better. But like multiple ways through the movie, I kept turning to Latoya and saying, hey, this junk real good, son. This junk real good. So
listen, it is real good, bro.
It's real good. What's up, dog? All
right. I don't know how much me and Ashley went back and forth about this. Like, I don't know if we trying to spoil it. The movie is dumb new. So I'm not trying to spoil.
We're gonna have to get into the spoiler reviews, man. We can get into it after. Maybe if you have some other general thoughts, then we gotta get into the spoilers, man.
All right. General thoughts. Let's do like this, right? That was a crazy take. You're correct. That's a crazy take. But
is it though? What's a better movie better? That's what I'm saying. Marvel. I ain't say it's the best movie of all time. I said for Marvel.
Best Marvel movie ever? Bro,
what's better?
Like I can tell you one reason why it's not. So if I had to give it a rating, right? I would give it probably a 9.5 out of 10.
Bro, that's what here you say a 9.5. That's what's so crazy. You give it a 9.5 out of 10. And what you think about the movie? Pleasantly surprised. A 9.5 out of 10 movie that's not just I'm pleasant. That's in that monotone voice. It's not, dog. It's
in a monotone voice.
Yeah, what do you think about the movie?
I gotta jump out of my skin. I gotta rip my shirt to say I like the
9.5
movie.
out of 10. That's what movie? What movie you seen better than last year? Have you seen a movie better than that in the last year?
Yeah,
probably not. Which one? Over a 9.5. It ain't,
Yeah.
bro. That's a high rating. That's what I'm saying.
No. Listen, bro. I give Woman King a 10 out of 10.
Okay, sure. But you wouldn't say would you have high expectations going into Woman King?
I had higher expectations going into Woman King than I did it to Spider-Man.
Sure, but what if someone say, yo, how was Woman King?
It was great.
If you would have said that, that's fair. Yeah, but it was pleasantly surprised. That's what I'm saying. Yo,
first of all, roll the tape back. Come on, people. I said I was very pleasantly surprised. I did not say
very pleasantly surprised, bro. Come on, said 9.5. Go ahead. So to me, listen, you saying it's a crazy take. I even see in the comment they're saying it's a crazy take. If Leland's giving it a 9.5 out of 10, I give it a 10 out of 10. I say it's the best Marvel movie ever. Think about it. Is it really that crazy of a take?
Man, there's a lot of Marvel movies, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a Marvel head, but I guarantee you some Marvel heads gonna be at your neck for saying that. Avenger Endgame, Winter Soldier, Civil War.
Winter Soldier was up there, but to me, this was even faster paced than Winter Soldier. I remember
Civil War was kind of crazy.
Winter Soldier was crazy. This was kind of crazy too. You talk about a crazy twist at the end, which I'm gonna get to in the spoiler. I'm not spoiling it yet. You're talking about a crazy twist in the end. So like, oh snap, didn't see that coming. That's what Winter Soldier had coming for it. The thing I liked about it as well, to me, is that the acting was good. The voice actors were really good, and I feel like since the animation style, they could really draw on the characters' faces and make them even act to a higher level than I've seen acting in the Marvel movies. See what I'm saying? So for the certain characters, like both dads in the movies, both dads were your typical big, burly, but still soft heart dad movies that you may not get portrayed in a live action, because it's gonna be hard to find a character that embodies that. When you think about like, oh, the super tough dad that's strong as an ox that can protect you, those guys were actually drawn in a way that they look like that. That to me also added to the movie. And then you could just do certain things with characters' faces that really enhance the level of acting.
I was saying that myself. I was like, as an animated movie, you have way more creative possibility.
And that's not even getting to the fact of art style, which is super creative too. That's not even getting, I'm just talking about the actual acting of it was a higher. The emotional depths that they got to consistently throughout the movie is one thing that almost took it to like Batman. To me, Dark Knight is still better, but that emotional draw through the movie at multiple points has not been seen in all the Marvel movies. Even most of them, I would even say, has not been seen in that. This movie had a lot of that as well.
No. I will agree with you. I will agree. I feel like the acting was great. I feel like the emotional, like I like what I'm saying is there's only one thing about the movie.
What's that?
Makes it not a 10 out of 10 in my book. And that's why when you jump down and say it's the best Marvel movie of all time, I said, bro, it just, I mean, maybe it is the best Marvel movie of all time, but like a 10 out of 10 is so tough. If you would have get a 9.8, even a 9.9, I would have been like, all right. But a 10 out of 10, bro, what else 10 out of 10 movies you know that I can give me an example? What else is another
Batman Dark Knight? Batman Dark Knight's 10 out of 10 for me. Parasite's a 10 out of 10 for me. You didn't watch Mario yet. I gave Mario, I was going to talk about a 10 also, but the thing is with Mario, it's a different type of 10. It's like giving Toy Story a 10 or Lion King a 10, which you might have them really high, but this is a totally different 10. So just because you're a 10, it's levels to it. You see what I'm saying? It's so like a 10.
Different 10s.
Absolutely. There has to be.
Then they not 10s, then, bro.
They are 10s. It's just a different genre. You also have your personal favorites. See what I'm saying? You can have a movie that's like really, really high rated, but if it's not in your genre or wheelhouse, you may not have it ranked like that, or maybe not be as enjoyable. Like, you know how you talk about for you, Leland, like technically what we talk about, which we talked about on the podcast, The Last of Us. Okay, from certain technical aspects, I can see how people can rate this really high. But then if it's like for you, hey, I'm not trying to see a thing that's dark or kind of depressing. That ain't really my bag. You see what I'm saying? So there's different weights to a 10. Like you can watch a kid's show that's perfect, but is it like, do you like it the same? Another example, Avatar Last Airbender. My favorite cartoon, 10 out of 10. It's not in my top 5 favorite shows ever. It's the best animated joint I've ever seen. But just because of the level that it goes to, not that deep per se emotionally, I don't have it in my top 5 favorite shows that I would go back to, but it is a 10. So I can say the same thing with Mario. When I watched Mario, there was no complaints I had with it. Oh, this is really good. But when I watched this joint, not only was it really good, but it was also like, oh, it was cheap too. Go ahead.
That's why I hate people give it like stuff 10 out of 10, because it's there now you have no room for error. It's saying it's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I ain't gonna kill you on that. I ain't gonna kill you on that because we can get in. That's
we not far off, bro. You said a 9. It ain't like you said 8.2. Like with Air, we was further off on Air. So to me, you even giving it a 9.5.
No, it was a great movie. It was a great movie. It was a great movie. 9.5, and you don't like Marvel, and you didn't even want to really watch it. That's and I don't like animated shows mostly.
That's like a 10 for most people. So you can't even. That's what I'm saying. This shows you guys, just those who listening, how good of a movie it actually was.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie.
It's a really great movie.
It's absolutely a great movie. However,
go ahead, talk to me. This also we can probably get into the spoilers now. I think we've done a good job covering the basics.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. Let's get into it, dog.
Please do not watch the rest of what I'm about to say if you have not watched it, John.
Okay.
We'll give you a couple seconds.
Go ahead,
bro. It's a continuation. The movie was not complete. It cannot be like it was.
I'm glad you said that. How did you like Dune? What would you give Dune?
Not a 10 out of 10.
Sure, give it a rating.
Probably a 9 out of 10, 9.2, 9.3.
Sure. And you know how much more action and more storyline this movie had compared to Dune?
That's why it was rated higher.
It's rated much higher because it also gave you way more. Latayan said the same thing, but to me, it ain't like, bruh, Dune just started to get good and then the movie ended. Literally just start. This joint had action from start to finish.
Brett, but it was all a setup movie. The what you were setting up for, you didn't even get to see. How can it be a 10 out of 10, bro?
Because
you didn't even see like when somebody's like, what was the end of the movie? A cliffhanger. Like, bro, like that's a TV show. And if you watch, it's like saying I watched episode 1 of a series of Breaking Bad, and I was like, that's a 10 out of 10. Like,
that's how I've done it. I literally said that about Last of Us. You don't remember me saying that? This joint is like a 10, and then it went downhill from there. I can watch an individual episode and give it a ranking.
But what I'm saying is like, it's hard to, you can, but you're ranking it based off other TV shows. As a movie, you're not ranking it like a TV show. You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
This movie, while it was fantastic. I mean, it was great. As I was watching the movie, I was like, man, they sure are taking a long time to get to the end. When they gonna fight? They not, bro. They're not gonna fight. And because of that in itself, like when I watch, if the next movie come out, which let me say, it better come out in about 6 months. If that thing take another year to come out, I'm hot.
They said it's coming out in 2024 though. 2024.
Bingo. Give me my points. El Greaves agrees with me. It just can't be that great because you're like, yo, I don't know what's happening. Now I'm on the edge for another episode. Like usually, and this was even crazier, even in movies that have continuations, they usually do a better job at wrapping up the main point of the movie. You feel satiated by what happened. In this movie, you don't really have any kind of closure, or you're just speculating. Everything that you left this movie is speculation. Now, is it a high level cliffhanger? Absolutely. They did an excellent job. I'm on the edge of my seat right now. Like I said, I'm be mad if they don't bring it out in the next 6 months. But it's still a cliffhanger. It's still a cliffhanger.
It's true, but to me, here's the thing. Even Avengers Infinity War had a cliffhanger. You remember what happened in that one? The snap. Half the people died and the whole universe died and the movie ended. What do you think about that one? To me, it's that's a little bit different because like I guess what I'm saying, I just felt like the pacing of the movie, they got to a place where it was like, okay, it had resolved. I mean, they fought and lost. You see what I'm saying? The main fight had happened and they lost. Which fight you talking about?
You talking about with the snap, right? That's after they fought.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought you were talking about Spider-Man. I'm like, hold on, which fight you talking about? Okay, yeah.
The snap, they fought the guy. Like they was hyping up the movie, setting it up. Oh, the Avengers gotta come in. We trying to figure out what's gonna happen. Dang, they got merged. And people died. We was like, dang. But there was the idea the movie was complete. In this movie, you don't necessarily have that point. It was just a lot of setup. It was a masterful setup. I will give you that set. I give it a 9.5. So I don't want to slash it too much, but it is not a 10 out of 10 by itself singly. simply because there was no resolve to the movie for me. There was no resolve.
I feel like there was a good amount of resolve that happened. One, Miles became more sure of himself and his purpose, which he was like, I know what I got to do now. And even when he had that little monologue with his mom, he faced up the courage to tell his mom that he was Spider-Man in the movie.
Yep.
He was like, that's cool. Then he also said, hey, I know what I have to do. Listen, Mom, because it was also like a precursor to when his mom was like, you're going to go to all these places and people are going to tell you don't belong and you just got to be yourself.
It was beautiful.
So I'm telling you a few of the resolves that were happening. That's what I'm saying. It was a few. It wasn't just a touching moment. It's also a resolve. He said, I know who I am now. I'm the best Spider-Man out here, period. And even that was like, brother, that's actually kind of cold if you think about it. He went toe-to-toe with 1,000+ probably Spider-Mans and beat him. It's like, that's cold, son.
Yeah, it was cold.
I was like, first of all, I was thinking, there's no way he could do this joint. Then he did it. And he comes back with that swagger, like, I know who I am and I know who my purpose is. They also resolved Gwen and her dad's thing got resolved as well. Their relationship was fractured kind of from the start of the movie till 80% through. So to me, I had enough in it. And that's the thing opposed to Dune, why I can't give it a 10 out of 10. It wasn't like, man, like with Dune, when it ended, it was like, bruh, we just got to the action. This was like, bruh, I had plenty of action. I had plenty of emotion. I had enough for right now. Do I wish the other movies coming out sooner? Absolutely.
When is the other movie coming out? You know it?
Well, they said 2024, which actually is surprising. I left the movie saying 2025. I was thinking because it's been like a 5-year gap from the first movie to this movie. I literally was thinking, we ain't gonna see this movie for 2 years, man.
Bro, they should have did this joint like they did Matrix when they had like episode like 2. I mean, movie 2 and 3. Like they had them like in the same year. Like with like 6 months of pay. Like basically, they already recorded it. You know, they recorded this movie already, bro. The story is already.
The animation is gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? They might have a voice recorded already. It's true, but the animation probably gonna take a long time, man. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
so,
bro. Nah, bro. Listen, bro.
This judge to me though, bro. Like I said, and
it's great. It was a great movie. Like I said, I'm not going. We're splitting hairs here, but I'm just saying, like, the reason is not like because what I'm saying is like, imagine if the movie was like an hour longer and they actually showed everything that he was trying to do. You're not going to tell me that movie wouldn't be better than this cliffhanger right now.
It's possible, but also here's the thing. Do you like long movies?
If they're good, I don't mind them.
A lot of people don't. I don't either. That man was like 3 hours, but I know people. Even Latanya was saying, "Hey, Avatar was too long." You know what I'm saying? So there are some people.
That's because it wasn't as good.
But I'm saying that's the risk you run. Also, with leaving a longer movie. Some people. Did you watch The Batman?
Yeah,
I like The Batman. I think I give it a 9 out of 10. That was also long. What would you give that? What would you like The Batman? It's also really long. I think it's 3 hours, and it's much slower too. So yeah, sometimes a lot of movies when you add the extra time in it, that's a complaint people are gonna have as well. Like, this one was just too long, man. Had they shortened it to this, but then to me, when you shorten it, you lose also some stuff.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying, they shortened it for sure. They made a choice, and they're not gonna have to resolve. So now they're gonna have people that's complaining about, bro, I gotta wait another year for this.
That's fair. You could complain, but what you saw, son, to me, like I said, for the Marvel movies, it's only a short list of stuff. Civil War probably would be the one for me, but the thing I like about this is that the pace to me was much faster, and it's since that I feel like we always have stuff going on in this movie, which I like. So the 2 hours, it's actually 2 hours 13 minutes runtime, flew by. One thing I should have mentioned in the spoil-free review: soundtrack A++. When the last movie you saw with it? That's what you talk about, the animation, the soundtrack. They don't even make movies to me with fire set. You add all that stuff together, it's like I'm left with no choice, my boy. That's what I'm saying.
It was. What I'm saying is,
New York swag.
I reserve
from New York. I felt like I'm from New York watching this, Johnson. You know what I'm saying?
I reserve my judgment until I see the second one. Because what I'm saying is, if they flop on the story in the second one, like the first one, not gonna be as good. Tell me it is.
No, it ain't gonna not. But here's the thing: if they deliver like they deliver now, you got 2 really high level movies. You can come.
It can be a 10. No, I'm saying it can be a 10. Both of them.
But now you're going to.
I had them both side by side, but I don't have the complete story to say.
It's true, but here's the thing: like, to me, The Dark Knight is my favorite movie of all time. I give that one a 10 out of 10 as well. Dark Knight Rises probably like a 9. It's still really good. Batman Begins, to me, that trilogy holds a lot of weight. But you can have a movie.
I know, but that's a perfect example.
Okay.
In the first Dark Knight, it was resolved. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's running away from the cops. I guess I mean he defeated his one enemy. Sure, Joker.
That's what I'm saying. Like the main arc of what was trying to be told in that it got completed in the first movie, and it was like, all right, this is great. Then it came back with like, well, all right, now we're gonna add to it. Like they have cliffhangers, a little at the end of the movie. Hey man, we might have a sequel. You know what I'm saying? Even when we talk about John Wick, right? That little piece at the end of John Wick was like, is he dead? Like we don't know. Like that's great, but that's on top of a fully resolved movie.
Sure.
This was not that at all,
man. This is what I'm saying, bro. Because to me, even that aspect of the movie, I really like. So I've seen a video. It was talking about how in 2018, when the first Spider-Man movie came out, how it changed animation, like kind of forever. So they were talking about how like people were going for the hyper realism with certain movies where it kind of looked like the real world, but just cartoon form. And then Spider-Man came and shook it up where it doesn't look like the real world at all. It's like clearly cartoon and stuff. And so they were talking about how other studios have started to follow suit, like Puss in Boots. I don't know if you've seen that. She had to watch it with some people, but the second Puss in Boots had different cutaways and it's just shot really funky like that. And so I think this one might pave a way for other movies potentially start doing the same joint, man. To start doing the same joint if you got a part 2 coming, son,
it's an amazing movie.
It might start doing it.
It's an amazing movie. It's an amazing movie. Like I said, I'm splitting hairs. Like this is literally my only complaint.
At what point did you realize too that like the movie's about to be over?
It was probably late. Honestly, it was late because like by the time he got back, that's what I'm saying. I was so engrossed in the movie that I didn't really have a sense of time like that. And by the time he got back to his dimension or what he thought was his dimension, I was like, all right, let's get it. He made it here. Let's see what's popping. Tell his parents. I thought like maybe it was gonna be another like 30-40 minutes left in the movie, like without really having a good clear sense of how much time had passed.
Here's my complaint. You talk about that when he got back, right? My complaint, I can still give it a 10 because nothing technically perfect. You know what I'm saying? You got to like almost grade on the curve. Essentially, it's hard to watch something where like not a single complaint at all. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? My thing was, to me, the real thing was Gwen going to that, showing up at his house. What's going on? She went in there. I don't know where Miles is. Where's he at? I'm gonna find him. You could have just stayed outside. You offered the parents that to me was a useless scene.
That was crazy.
That's the useless scene to me. Like, hold on, you came in this house. First of all, you broke in, you acting scary. Why are you in this room? Ain't nobody else in here. And then you talk to them, I don't know where he is. I'm gonna find him. They don't know he's Spider-Man yet. So it's like, just what do you mean?
Why would you even put that on their mind? Wait, what? He's gone, he's missing? What are you talking about?
Bro, here's the thing. Had they cut this, that scene could have been cut altogether because literally didn't add nothing.
It was pointless. It was pointless.
If they would have cut that scene, then I would have been at a point where I had no complaints. Because here's the thing. I remember from the first movie, the thing that knocked me on the first movie was I didn't like the pig character, the Spider-Man pig. I thought that was cheesy. I did not like the black and white Spider-Man. That was cheesy. And I did not like the girl who was like a different type of animation in that robot machine that was a Spider-Man too. Those three, and guess what? They weren't in this movie either until they had like a little cameo at the very end.
No, they in the movie. I mean, they didn't have a lot of parts in the movie. You know what I'm saying?
A lot at all, bro. I don't think the pig was in there at all, my boy. That's what I'm saying. He didn't have a speaking part then. That's what I'm saying. So
no. He was at the end. At the end of the movie, where they was like, "Yo, we about to go get him." He's in there.
Those were literally my biggest complaints with the first movie. I was like, because everything else was like cool and hip and fun, and then you have this old like that was appealing to a different demo that wasn't me. You see what I'm saying? That black and white comics, I'm cool on. The Porky Pig Spider-Man, I'm cool on. The Asian girl and the robot, I'm cool on too. They maybe try to hit different demographics. It wasn't mine. So those were my complaints.
You didn't like the India Spider-Man, this one?
Loved him. What? Loved him. That's what I'm saying. Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Listen, all the Spider-Mans they had in here were fire. The cyberpunk dude talking about some this joint
was cool, son. That's what, bro. They literally leveled up. Oh, they leveled up every single Spider-Man. Was not the same ones, but they made them way cooler. Even though I'm not an Indian guy, obviously, I still love that guy. He was super cool. He was
the charisma, even the variant, the variance in their abilities, like the depth in which they went to make sure these characters felt completely different, like other Spider-Mans, was great. I mean, even what's the man that made Miguel, like his Spider-Man was crazy. I was like,
yo, are you even Spider-Man? The rest of us happy? I'm like, yeah, it might be a little twist coming in the second movie too. This guy,
you had Issa Rae. Shout out Issa Rae. She was
Issa Rae, bro. The cameo by Childish Gambino, come on, bro. This is a chef's kiss to this movie, my boy.
No. Listen, I'm telling you, bro. I'm with you. I'm with you every step of the way, except for a 10 out of 10. Like I said, if you would have gave it a 9.9, 9.95, I would have been like, all right, cool. But it just cannot. It cannot be a 10.
That's fair. You know what?
Because it was not.
I'm gonna knock it down because of that one scene with Gwen, which is maybe a minute, which they could have. It's like literally, what is she doing, bro?
And it was the final. It was like the final scenes too. Like, bro, what?
Bro, she show up in the house. First of all, why are you in the room?
Yo,
you just broke into our house. Where's Mal?
Listen, like that's what I'm saying. I wanted more of that movie immediately, bro. When he woke up and was telling his mom was like, "What?" Like you was trying to like understand what was happening. His uncle was in there, like, "What?" Then they spin him around, and he was like, "It's me."
He took up the mask like a kill, bro. Even Killmonger entrance, this was way harder, son. My boy took up the mask. He felt like he had little face tattoos and stuff. He had the hair braided back, son. He was like,
"Why would I do that, son?"
Yeah, that's tough, son. That's tough, bro.
Ashley says Avery really liked this movie. LOL.
Yeah, hold on. This how you know I did like his. Listen, this to me, like I said, it's the best Marvel movie, son. Literally, no one clapped at the end. I would have stood up and clapped, son. That John was like, man.
If you would have stood up, I would stand up and clap at the movie theater.
I've definitely clapped at the movies. I haven't stood up at the end,
bro. But I'm still off on you if I ever see you clap at the movie theater, bro.
Yo, listen, if any movie deserved it, bro, like I said, bro,
nobody's going to receive your applause, son. Do not stand up and clap, bro. I promise you, if we ever in a movie, I promise you, I'm chopping you in the back of your leg if you stand up and clap in the movie.
What if I clap in my seat? What if I clap in my seat? Like, man,
no, but I'm.
Yo, have you been to movies where people clap though? Have you been to the movies where people clap?
I have, and it's lame every time, son. It's lame every time. It's probably Black Panther, son. Everybody's in like, yo, all right, cool. They ain't nobody receiving this in here.
It don't matter.
The person who made this movie is not receiving your applause in this movie theater.
You clapping for the universe, bro. This junk, man, it was, bro. Shout out to y'all for giving me this one, son. This junk was crazy, my boy.
The real question is this, bro. Kalaya said she got you, bro. Are you watching it again?
Yes, I'm gonna watch it again. I'm trying to watch it in 4D. Did you watch it in 4D? I meant to tell you to watch it in 4D. No, I watched Super Mario on 4D, and it was that also probably raised the experience for me. Have you seen any movie in 4D yet?
Nah.
All right, well, two things. Actually, we're just gonna talk about this for a while. So one, they got a few options that I would prefer to watch movies in, and just yesterday was super crazy, so I didn't have too much time before the podcast. So they have something called Screen X, screen with an X on it, or X afterwards, where the screen is like 270 degrees, so it comes off into the walls beside you. I would highly recommend you guys watch a movie in that. But then they also got 4D, and the cool thing about 4D is that one,
you have to wear glasses.
Yes, but the glasses have gotten way better, bro. The glasses have gotten way better, man. They've gotten way better. The glasses are literally like comfortable as shades, bro. They're really, really extremely comfortable.
I'm not doing it, bro.
Listen, well, let me tip to those. If you want to raise your experience, I feel like also this would be the perfect movie for 4D. Like there was the one scene too when the dad was apologizing to the daughter, and then the way they put him, there was all these white and blue, like he was outer space or something when he was talking to his daughter, you know? And I was like, bro, this was in 3D right now, because that scene was like perfect for whatever reason, they changed the whole background of the house, and like he was literally out of space talking to his daughter. I'm like, bro, this movie was perfect for 3D.
Just a little piece, like, and this is only because I'm not like that. Like, I'm like, I looked into the drink. When me and Ashley were doing recaps beforehand, we found people that was talking about the movie coming up before we watched it. And the girl said that there are some dimensions, right? Because you got to imagine, right? Gwen's like, she's in a different dimension. In her dimension, the mood of people talking in a room changes the colors. So that's why you seeing, like, even I noticed that when she was talking, like that whole thing, even that scene, I think when they were at the beginning, like they were in her dimension, and at that dimension, that world, like colors change and stuff that based off people's emotions.
Yeah. But see, that's why to me, bro, that's what I'm saying. Just with animation, I feel like you're able to capture that a lot. Even Spider-Man when he's fighting Spot, I feel like that some of those scenes you could just do certain things that I feel like would be really, really hard to pull off live action. So that's why you can go crazier with the action, even on an animation.
It was It was fantastic. Like. I mean, for an animated movie, for a movie in general, like the level of like visual, appeal, the comedy, the comedic relief.
It was funny. That's what I'm saying, bro. Marvel always doing a good job with the comedy, bro. It felt like the parents had comedy. The other thing I liked about too, I was thinking about this. So many points, man, is that like they didn't have no like dumb characters for me. Like, oh, this person is like the butt of all the jokes. Like everybody had their moment to shine and say something a little witty and funny. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't necessarily at the expense of other people. It was like when the parents was in the teacher's office and the dad was texting. Oh, he's coming right away. He's sending a bad text. Oh, he's coming right away. Oh, snap. And Miles coming there. And then everyone's, it's just like it had a lot of stuff, bro. To me, I was like, man, this is really good, bro. This movie is really good. I will watch it again, like I said, in 4D. With 4D movies, the seats are moving and shaking. There's fog and stuff that comes in the movie theater. Yeah. There's air that blows on you. And I can imagine all the scenes where they're swinging, the air blowing by you and the seats moving, probably going to make it crazy, man.
I will tell you this, man, because
what's up?
You know, I do not. And I mean it. Like I could probably count on two hands how many movies I've watched like twice, especially in a movie theater.
Okay.
Like for my purpose, like I watch movies twice. There's like, oh, you know, maybe Ashley didn't see it, and it's like, oh, it's good.
That's what I'm going with. I'm going with some friends who haven't seen it. I ain't just about to.
But even still, like I'm very resistant. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Unless it's a movie that's very good, I would see this movie again for sure.
Hold on, guys. Listen to what we're hearing now. Listen to what we're hearing. Listen, I never do this. I see this again.
I don't. You know, Ashley can come here and tell you.
So when I say, yo, hear me out. Listen, it may sound crazy. Best Marvel movie ever, 10 out of 10. But once you actually get down into it, you be like, man, no, this John is.
It was good. It was great. It was great for sure. It was great for sure. It just, I did not appreciate or expect the cliffhanger. I just would have liked a little bit more resolve. Like, even if they would have had like a little like you know, I get that. They kind of had like him and Miguel, like him getting away is like the mini fight, like because it was very elaborate and you know it was intense. Mm-hmm. But I just like I felt like they could have did it a little bit more to make it like I got everything I needed out of that movie, and I'm waiting for the next one.
Let me tell you too, man. What happened with me? So when I was Googling a movie, and I try to stay away from spoilers and stuff too. Is that when I was Googling a movie, I did see an article. You know how you Google and you scroll down and you see like the first few news outlets. I saw something that said cliffhanger, and I was in the back of my mind like, oh, snap. Even I was thinking, what do you mean cliffhanger? How do you even want to do it? But they did it. They did a good job, or they executed the cliffhanger. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But so I saw that, and then as a certain time was coming, because I didn't even pull out my phone even at no point during the movie. As it was starting to wind down, I think when Gwen was, or when Miles was talking to his mom and stuff, I was like, yo, I told Latanya, like, yo, it's about to end, man. Like the movie's almost over. Because I had already saw that there was a clip. I didn't know what exactly. I didn't even open up the article, but I just saw the word cliffhanger. So I think in my mind, once that happened, I wasn't too mad at 5 minutes later when the movie was over, because I was like, oh no, like I kind of knew it was a cliffhanger. And then also, like I said, I was just so satisfied throughout. Like when Dune ended, I was a little mad though. When Dune ended, I was like, bro, we just getting good now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But this joint, it had a lot of action for me so far that I wasn't even like, I can't be too mad, son. I can't be too mad. That was just me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I can see,
it's tough. It's tough. It was just.
Latanya felt the same way though. She felt the same way about a cliffhanger. I think she actually probably even gave it the same rating. She was like, I would have gave it a 10, but the cliffhanger. So I can see that, man. So, bro,
it's a cliffhanger. The cliffhanger, it's tough, bro. It's tough, man. Like, man, Mike, that's the thing. You want to see, like I said, even having a mini boss, even if it wasn't the main character, like if there was another thing that just was like, all right, boom, it was done. Like it was done. He did that. Like I said, I think I see what they tried to do, and they use it as that. It just didn't have enough stakes for me. For him just escaping.
Okay. I thought you meant in general, because that's the other thing I liked about him.
That's what they used. They was like, oh, like they basically built all this up to like, oh, him just escaping.
Him just escaping
with the stakes, but it didn't have enough stakes for me to feel like, all right, this was a standalone movie in itself.
Yeah,
because you basically it's not a standalone movie. That's what I'm saying. That's the only problem. It's really not.
You're gonna have to watch part 2 with this movie. You're gonna have to watch both. You're gonna have to.
You have to. Like you can't just be like, you know, bro. Look at this. You said it. Yeah. Dark Knight. You watch 1. If you don't want to watch 2,
You can stop there.
Sure. You watch 2, you don't want to watch 3, you can stop there. You can't stop here on this movie.
You can't stop here. No, you have to go. You have to keep going. But you don't usually see. That's what I'm saying. Even I don't think I really, other than Dune, which I guess it came out, everybody knew coming in. Oh, it's actually 2 parts. But I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't usually see this too, but it's true. You're gonna have to watch the next one. But I got faith in them now, man. Because dude, even when I saw the trailer, I saw like a glimpse of the trailer once, and all I saw was all the Spider-Mans, and I saw a Spider-Man on the couch talking about something. Oh, my uncle died, and then it was like, bruh, the multiverse again, because Marvel going crazy with this multiverse stuff. So I was not excited. I was not excited about this movie until people started saying, like, bruh, because this is what people said. They said, yo, it's better than the first one, and it's better than No Way Home. And I was like, hold on now. No Way Home, I liked a lot. They talking about it's better than that. I gotta see this for myself. And then I'm like, nah, it's clearing both of those joints, man. It's clearing.
It's got it for sure, man.
And No Way Home, I'm saying No Way Home is good, bro. To me, you got No Way Home, Civil War, and maybe Infinity War. Those are like probably the top Marvel movies. So this joint to me is like,
yeah. Like when I see 3,
then you'll be able to form a conclusion. That's fair.
Yeah, I'll be able to form a conclusion, and it probably will be my favorite Marvel movie.
I get you now. We talked about it for a while, but I get it now. If you're saying it's kind of incomplete because you really have to. You could not watch this.
Can't
one.
Not.
If 5 years both movies are out, you're not gonna watch this one and be like, that's it.
Yeah, I understand it artistically, but it kind of feels like it feels a little money grabbish, especially that you said it's come out in 2024. Like, bro, if it come out next summer, bro, that's wild for a movie that ended like that.
Boy, yo, listen, I ain't went to a midnight premiere in years. Guess where I will be at midnight whenever this movie does drop? Guess where I'm gonna be at?
I have to line it up to where I watch this movie again. Like 30 minutes before I go watch this one, the next one.
Yeah,
like this to get the effect. They probably, what's crazy is the movie theaters are, because of how good this movie is, and as it kind of gets more thing, they're probably gonna play it like that. They're probably going to.
I'd sign up for it too. Get me watching back to back.
Back to back. I would 100% do that.
Listen, yo, chop this up, Ash. This you're telling indirectly how it is at 10. So you're like, you know what, Simon, I'm watching. Bro, it's good.
It's good. That's what I'm saying. It's good. It's just not complete. It's really good. It's really good. It's just not complete, bro. It's just not complete.
I get you. What is real quick? Then, lastly, you got any predictions for the next movie? Then, man, anything you predict that gonna happen?
Ooh,
what do you say? Basically, this is really the only spoiler now, because I feel like even we said spoiler, but I think we talked about it vaguely enough-ish. Do you think he's going to be able to save his dad and the world? Yes, just basically yes or no. What you think?
I think so, man. I think they're talking it up. I'll put you like this: what I'm most intrigued about. Let's use that. What are you most intrigued about? Most looking forward to in the next episode?
It's a lot. I want to see how they're going to defeat Spot. I want to see because even it seemed like he's becoming a really big threat. And even Miguel was like, "Yo, send a few Spider-Mans this way." Like, bro, you might need to send about 50 Spider-Mans this way, my boy. This guy getting kind of crazy.
All the Spider-Man. It's funny. He was like, few people the Spider-Man, the whole plethora of Spider-Mans is also kind of funny to me. Like, bro, even when he was trying to escape, it was like, yo, like it was a whole bunch of them in there.
But see, that to me, it was just enough, bro. Even a dinosaur, because did you notice the dinosaur had a web shooter on it? Even had a web shooter on his wrist and shot a web too. It was like, it's silly, but to me, the pig was just crazy. Like, he was slobbering all the first movie and all that stuff. It's like, get this pig up out of here, son. But the dinosaur, it was just enough. You know what I'm saying? So
this is the thing that I probably like the most about the movie, and I'm probably most intrigued about, was when they were like, "Yo, your signature went home," and even Miguel was like, "Yo, like, you were an anomaly to begin with. You should have got big. And there's a world." It was like when he said it, like I just like you read it, you're hearing it in this movie, but you're not really like. Getting the gravity of it until he goes to that dimension where he's not there, and you can see the difference, the disarray. His uncle's alive.
The world was on fire and stuff. Like, God, there's no Spider-Man in the city a wreck.
His uncle is alive. His dad is not. And he is a bad guy.
The bad guy. Yeah, not the Punisher.
But like his uncle. Basically, what his uncle was. Whatever call or something like that. Whatever. But. So I am easily most intrigued about how Miles deals with Miles, bad Miles. Like that's gonna be a whole thing. Like, bro, he's tied up. Like,
but did you see the little bit of lightning he was generating with his hands though? You missed that, huh?
Nah, I didn't see that.
They gave you enough. That's what I'm telling you. They gave you enough. When he's tied up,
Miles,
Miles. Yeah. So he was like about to get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm about to get out of this joint, son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he know what time it is. So I know it's gonna be crazy, but I'm like, but are they gonna be enemies? Is he going to help him?
That's a good point. Yeah, is he going to like be able to convert him maybe to the good side, or is he going to have to defeat him? That's true.
But uncle was there because he told him straight up what he needed to do. He's like, "Listen, I'm trying to save our dad." He said, "That's your dad, cuz."
That's a fact, though. Latanya actually said the same thing at the same point of the movie. Like, no, that's your dad. My dad dead. My boy.
You can't bring my dad back.
But you know what's crazy though? People need to start behaving because even like in Doctor Strange, sometimes they be like, "Oh, this person is like, bro." When you factor in the whole multiverse. There's versions of people that's in bad situations that you can't do nothing about. So to me, in real time, that's how you should grasp it. You should be like, oh, your dad is no. Man, listen, that ain't me, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't really got nothing to do with me, my boy. Honestly.
I guess what I'm saying is I'm trying to figure out like what's his motive, why he's so mad. Like, okay, I'm from a different.
His dad probably died though. His dad probably died at the hands of bad people, so he's definitely bitter or something. That's what I'm factoring in.
Yeah, he's bitter, but like, Brad, but this is me. I'm you. You know what I'm saying? Like from another dimension. Like, why would you have that type of ill will to yourself? Like to other people, yeah, cool. But like, if you saw yourself from the future or the past or whatever, you wouldn't be like, "Listen, I hate you."
Did you see Severance? Did you see the episode in Severance where this got talked about a little bit? See what I'm saying, bro? Where it got talked about where the girl was trying to like quit the job.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
And what she say? Nah, you in there, you a slave. You ain't me. You was not me. And it's literally her. And she like, nah, you're a slave. You're in there. I'm gonna live my life out here, son.
I get it. I'm just like, what's gonna be the bad Miles is like the whole point. Like, what's the point of like?
I think it's his dad dying, man. Because also one thing I saw too is that they were asking why is his last name Morales, but the dad is black. I looked it up. I was actually looking it up today. It's a whole little story. So basically, the dad's name was Jefferson Davis, last name. He switched it one because of the former president. It was slave owner Jefferson Davis. Two, also him and the uncle used to run around doing bad stuff back in the day, and apparently they had really muddied the Davis name. So he switched it to his wife's name, Morales. And so I feel like they was kind of just running around here, man, doing bad stuff. And I feel like Miles in that universe is just like, after losing his dad, he probably just like, it's almost like Killmonger essentially. Probably some vibe like that. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna burn the world down, forget this joint kind of deal. You know what I'm saying?
And the uncle was like, you change your hair. He was like, yeah. The whole time he was like, nah, this something else.
Something else. And he's like, yo, remind me of the plan. Here's the thing. Even when that was happening, I had no idea Miles was about to be bad though, son. I was like,
me either. Like that's what I'm saying. Like when they unveiled it, when he walked up, I knew what it was. Like
I knew it was now.
Did that all like spin and stuff. I was like, okay, that's him. But before then, I didn't really know like how they were going with it, and so it was a lot, bro. It was great.
One thing I say is that I can see the dad possibly dying though, and them being like his dad dying in his arms, and him being like, "Yo, Miles, I love you always, son. I'm so proud of you. Keep going." It's essentially something like that. Because the thing is, what we saw is that Spider-Man's have had a lot of tragedies, even multiple tragedies. It ain't just like, "Oh, you had your one event. That's it." Now you can have 3, 4, 5 events. Now, my boy, you think it's like Batman almost. Batman, not only his parents died, love of his life died, this person died. So it's like, oh, you can have some more tragedy. Now we could write this in the story. So to me, I feel like it's about 50-50. I'm leaning towards they probably will save him because, man, but if he does die, it wouldn't be like, that's crazy. It'd be like, the other Spider-Mans would be like, bro, we've been through it too. It's almost like at the end of No Way Home too, that's the same thing that happened. They all talked about the sacrifices they had in their lives and stuff. And it's like, bro, we lost a lot with you, bro. And they put their hands on Tom Holland, like, bro, we know how it is, son. If nobody else knows, we know. So it could be something like that too. So if he can't save everybody, I can see them being like, all right, now he's just a stronger and more mentally tough. And they made a good point too. Like, if Spider-Man's all that pain he's went through is why he fights so hard and helps so many people because he's experienced loss himself and he don't want no one else to experience that. I'm like, that's kind of facts. And that's what they said. Like, if we don't have this event, if Uncle Ben don't die for us or somebody, we're not going to work as hard in the street trying to save and stop people.
Bro, when he saved the cop in India joint, that joint was cold, man.
A little unrealistic though, because here's the thing, bro. You got a skyscraper falling down in a city with probably 1 billion people, bro. They saved about
it's mad people murked. It's mad people murked.
But they showed everybody. But I'm like, bro,
we saved all of them, bro. Y'all got 4 Spider-Mans. Get out of here, son.
Y'all saved 30 people. We saw you save 30 people, and there's another 15,000 that was underneath this train. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, son.
I thought that too. But I thought,
all them people in that bus was hanging out like that. It's people murked inside the bus.
Oh yeah, like, moving that fast, son. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy, bro. Listen, that's the thing too. I was thinking about Andy Garfield's Spider-Man because in his thing, his girl dies. I thought that girl that was the Indian Spider-Man's girl. I was like, oh, she done. When that bus fell and she was in that bus, I said, oh, she out of here, son. She done. She's dead, son. Or the dad, but then both got saved. But you saw it screwed up everything.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. Because Gwen, like that was crazy too, man. The plot twist, man. It was like Gwen, like she knew all this stuff. I was like, that's crazy. She was holding his hand. She was like, nah, don't go. Yes. He was like, what you mean? Like
it had enough. That's what I'm saying. It had enough heartbreak in it too, which I felt in emotional stakes were like the other Peter Parker. The dad one, he betrayed him, and he's like, "Oh, we got your location." No, you understand? Then he betrayed him again on the train. Gwen betrayed him. It's like you got a lot of levels. Like, God,
that's crazy, son. But that like the unsung hero, son.
What's that?
Was that punk rock dude, the punk rock Spider-Man?
He's cool. I don't quite. Here's the thing.
Wait. Let me ask you this because I couldn't quite catch it. Was he the one that left the watch for Gwen?
Yes, he was. And you know who that was actually too? The movie got everything. It's Daniel Kaluuya. I can't pronounce the last name. That's him.
Kaluuya. Yeah.
Kaluuya. Yeah. My bad. Yeah, that's him. Bro, this movie got everything. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, was fire, bro. I was like, because when she got back, she was like, well, what am I going to do? And he was like, because he dipped out early.
It's true. He
dipped out early because he already knew what he's seen it coming. He's like, yeah, I know exactly what's coming on.
But here's one thing about him. He was for sure fire. More so people like that. When he was like at the one scene when they're walking through and he's like, oh man, they trying to hide you from the truth. And he was like, what's the truth? He's like, man, I don't know. That's my thing with sometimes these woke people and stuff. It's like, oh, you got to fight the system. What they trying to do? It's like, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
that's what his persona was like.
That was his persona. So I'm not mad at him. I'm talking about in general, people that be like, oh, they stay away with my brother. They trying to, what are they doing? I can't tell you. Then let me just live, bro. You don't know nothing. Let me just live. You know what I'm saying?
Just try to stir the pot.
Stir the pot. That's it.
Yeah. That's pretty much what he was trying. That's pretty much his whole MO was like, he just stirring the pot. Yeah, but it was dope. Like, I mean, it was
dope. And he teamed up with Gwen at the end too. You know, he's teamed up with Gwen.
Yeah, and all that was sparked by what he did in India. Like what they did, like because the dude didn't know, because Dan Kaluuya didn't know that Spider, didn't know Miles like that. You know what I'm saying? Up until that point, he's seen them doing that. They all got that standing ovation. That was a dope scene. It was like, yo, that's crazy.
That was crazy. I'm reliving the moments, bro. I had too many moments, bro. Spider-Man with the baby, it was comedic relief, and you know what I'm saying? It wasn't even corny. It was the man, come on, bro. This joint had everything.
Which is kind of ridiculous, like, bro. She's in really dangerous situations, bro. Like, just still a toddler, cause like you can get murked. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody's afraid to get ain't nobody above getting murked.
True.
And he bring his daughter out there. That's crazy.
Yo, it's funny, man. When I woke up this morning, because I told Latanya, I was like, yo, man, it's a 10. I tried to call people last night too, man. I was like, I gotta talk about this drink. That's why we done went over it. I was like, I gotta talk about this drink. This morning when I woke up, I was like, man, I might be, because I spoke to Latanya as soon as I woke up. I was like, I don't know, man. I said 10 last night. I don't know. But now after talking about it again, son, I'm doubling down. Bro, I'm remembering all the moments, bro. This shot a 10, bro. I was just thinking like,
that's what I'm saying. I would watch it because there were so many nuances.
Yeah,
I watch it again.
I like you also talking about a little different light, son. Then how'd you like the movie, man? So very surprisingly good, man. Very surprising. Now I like the way we talking about it now, son. I like this.
No, bro. First of all, I did not. You talking about something? I was super stuck. I was like, listen, I was very pleasantly surprised. That's not like, bro. What you want me to do? You want me to pull out hairs?
Hey, man, this shot, bro. This
beat my chest, flip the table. This joint the greatest, cuz. Like, what you talking about, yo?
This shot's I'm just like, bro. Literally, I remember when the Indian Spider-Man, and you brought it up. I remember I was like, man, this guy's so dope. So that's what I was thinking. Why? Like,
I was dope because I was like, what did he say? Look.
And they showing like he was almost a reverse of Spider-Man, where he was like, nah, my whole life I'm actually killing it. Actually, I'm on top of everything. School, my girl, my grandma. I'm killing it out here, actually, son. I'm the best city in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yo,
that was dope, man. They killed it. They killed it, bro. They nailed it. They just should have made it have a little bit more closure for me. That way I wouldn't feel so crazy that I don't get to see it for another year. Like, that's crazy, bro. That's so crazy to me, man.
It is crazy. I hope it come out sooner. It did say 2024, which I was surprised with. I thought for sure, I was like, yo, we ain't gonna see this for 2 years, man. Maybe
I thought for sure after I watched it and how they like did a cliffhanger, I thought for sure that was gonna be like, oh, like it'll come out in 6 months or like Christmas time. Like,
yo, imagine even that, yo, man, it's coming out in 2 months, son. Come see it. Like, ooh,
yeah, like I thought it was gonna be something like that. Like,
yeah.
Like that's the precedent has been set for movies like that. Like I said, I think Matrix did it. They when they did like Matrix Reloaded or whatever, like it was like they already had the movie basically done, both movies, but they released them in waves, and it was like I think it was like 4 or 5 months apart. If I could look it up right now, but like,
yeah, I'm just thinking. I feel like just sometimes these movies it take a while because there's some
bro, this joint is this.
There's been some other movies where they have another part. Like I think it was Invincible, right? No, this is for sure what happened. This is what it was. Invincible. I saw a report maybe a few months ago. You know what it said about Invincible, the TV show? It said they've already voice recorded seasons 2 and 3, but 2 ain't even out yet. So I feel like getting the voices down and having a storyline already written.
We talking about 10 out of 10, bro.
Hey, facts, that's a 10 out of 10.
Invincible was a 10 out of 10 for sure.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. But what I'm saying is, I saw a report a few months ago that said they've already recorded seasons 2 and 3, but yet we're still waiting on season 2. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like when you have something of this budget, it probably takes a while to like to get it all in there. You see what I'm saying? So, what'd you see on the time frames from between Matrix 1, 2, and 3?
I'm still trying to find it right now. It says it was released the same year. 2020, I mean 2003, but that's crazy, man.
Okay, yeah. So October 27, 2003, and then May 16, 2003. Yeah. Hold on, is this true? No, hold on. Yeah,
6 months apart, only 6 months separated. That's what I'm saying. And that was dope, right? Because I was like, all right, everybody was like, all right, we don't have to wait so long. They already had the date set. Like, I think that if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I think in the movie theater, they told you when the next one was coming out. Like that was like,
if you stayed for the post-credit scene, it told you that too for Spider-Man. It said Spider-Man will return in 2024.
It said 2024. I thought it just said the title.
No, it said 2024. So I was actually a little hyped. So even in my mind, like I said, I thought, man, we got 2-3 years of this joint. It said, like, oh, next year, okay, let's get it. But even think about Dune. Dune came out when? Dune has been a couple years too, bro. It just takes a while for some of these joints, son.
Man, I was mad because I watched the Doom previews and it was like, oh, November. Like, bro, don't show me no. Come on, bro. Don't get me hyped for a movie that I remember was good.
When a preview so far, yeah.
Like, bro, November, son. That's
yeah.
I ain't gonna remember by then. Like, stop, bro.
Listen, man, Spider-Man, son. That's it, bro.
Spider-Man.
We on the same page. I can get down with your rating, though. Hey, you just want it incomplete, but you still give it high. That's fair. That's actually a good reason. I can get down with that, bro. But we both agree, y'all. It's like that. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Even a little bit of things we have said.
If you at this point and you haven't seen it, we didn't told the whole movie.
No, it's still worth it, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
It's
super worth it, even still. And even we're not even talking about necessarily. Well, I guess we kind of talked about it, but yeah, we ain't spoiling everything. There's still a lot of little things in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of nuance. That's why the movie's so good. It's so much nuance. Yeah. I mean, it's nonstop, like literally, because you got all the different Spider-Man, all the different, like there's so many different like little Easter eggs and like foreshadowing and stuff like that. If you were like a really big like comic head, like you probably even pick up some more of that stuff. So it's dope. They did a great job, man. They did it again. They knocked it out the park. I'm definitely looking forward to the next one, bro.
Same here.
The next one, man.
Same here. Listen, man, I feel like hour and a half, saying. What you think, bro? What you think?
We wrapping it up, man. We still had a little bit, like, there's still some stuff to talk about, but not too much.
The NBA Finals, if you want to give a prediction for Game 3, I got Nuggets, man. I ain't see them losing. I ain't seen
Yeah,
him lose.
I had Nuggets
in
in 5. I had Nuggets in 5. So that
Same.
this kind of, I actually thought Miami was going to win game 1. So the fact that they won game 2 didn't really surprise me that much. I thought there was going to be a game where they said,
Sure.
"Oh, like we're not just going to go out this easy," and then the Nuggets going to have to go, "Oh shoot, like now we got to really set the game up." So I expect that to be the case.
Same.
I didn't really watch a lot of the game, huh?
I said I'm still rolling with Nuggets in 5 still too, man. I think they can still
Nuggets in 5. I didn't watch too much of the games to give you like a really deep analysis on like what's going on. I did watch some post game. People just saying like basically they just got outworked, which is not crazy because it's Miami. Like that's what they're going to do.
I think also Denver just missed shots too, man. Like Michael Porter Jr. had a bad game. Jamal Murray had an off game. You know, the other guys didn't really step up. And then Miami, I think, shot 50% from 3 too. Yeah, so that was the key for Miami. Had a hot shooting start. Duncan Robinson went crazy in the fourth at the start of the fourth quarter.
They said Tyler Hero might play for the next game.
That's what he's anticipated for. I saw that a couple weeks ago. They were saying like targeting game 3 of the finals. So yeah, he might come back, man. But even still, I'm still roll with Denver.
Give me Denver, bro. I just think they're a better team. Well, I mean, I said it about Boston too, right? So I don't know how far that goes because I don't know, man. If Miami wins this finals, it might be the biggest upset in NBA history. Like
it will be. No, the 8 seed has never won it before, so this definitely will be.
But they also had to beat like all really 3 of the best record teams in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even have no all-stars. Like, I mean, they got one. Like, come on, bro. That's craizines. That's craziness.
Well, Bam Jimmy, I think, might have made the All-Star team this year. If not this year, last year. So I think they got 2 All-Stars.
But they're you know,
but they're not like traditional like the superstar or the big 3 or nothing like that.
Yeah, like even Jimmy Butler is like we talked about him. Like in the playoffs he turned up, but like regular season he kind of regular.
True, just like not necessarily superstar. Yeah, definitely.
So that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty much all we got, man. Like I said, the biggest thing was that movie that came out was dope. Definitely checking that out. Definitely check out the game tomorrow. And yeah, bro. That's about it.
That's it. Yeah, we'll be back, guys. We'll be back.
Cool, guys. Well, as always, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching to this point, man. Us ranting and raving.
Yeah.
If you watch the Spider-Man movie, you probably rocking with it, man, because it is good. So let us know in the comments how'd you like the movie, what you think about it, what you're looking forward to in the next episode. I mean, the next installment of the movies. And we'll be back, man. We'll be back next week. So you guys have a blessed week. We appreciate you guys.
For sure.
Like, subscribe, share. Have a blessed week.
Yes, sir. Peace.